H-1B visas. It's basically a visa that allows someone from another country to come in and work for, a company that will sponsor them. And what's happening is a lot of people are getting laid off. Values in North Dallas are going down because of it. And these people need to find new jobs and new sponsors.
Welcome to the latest episode of We Fix Real Estate. Drew Hendricks here and Fred Glick. Fred, how you doing?
Groovy, man. It's summertime. Everybody enjoying themselves. And
I wish I was as groovy as you. I'm going to start today off with a rant. I just got a rant right now. If you've been listening to the podcast, remember that they're putting sidewalks out in front of our, on my street.
Right.
A 2-mile long strip of sidewalks. And I'm like, what would it do to property values? And they were looking slick as they're getting closer to our house. I found out today, our block is the only block in this 2-mile strip that isn't getting new sidewalks.
Why?
We've got 60-year-old dilapidated asphalt, but they are technically sidewalks because our block was the only block that had existing sidewalks, even though they're cracked and asphalty. So now when someone drives down Sunset, they see beautiful sidewalks. Then we have our dilapidated section, and that's got to be destroying the property.
I got a great idea for you. Here's what you do. You get a sledgehammer and a bunch of your neighbors. You literally sledgehammer the entire part that's terrible. Take it with a backhoe and put it into the middle of the street so no cars can go up or down the street. I think that'll get somebody's attention.
That would definitely do it. I talked to the guy. He's like, yeah, the budget only called for the areas that didn't have existing sidewalks. So,
okay. And your tax dollars pay to repair the sidewalks?
Some of these other houses got full retaining walls, perfect looking retaining walls in front of their yard. They actually got their front yard regraded. Their driveways look new. Ours still has the same cracked asphalt.
Time to talk to your city council person and come to their office. Bring asphalt to their office.
I did this
cracked up.
That's how I spent my morning. And it was like, so sorry, no budget, which is the get out of jail free card for city council members.
Take it out of your salary, dude. Believe me, any municipality's got money sitting around. There's reserve accounts. There's stuff. So, all these guys want to get their mistresses on the payroll. There's money. Okay.
Yeah. That was my rant. So if you live in an area where you are, the city did everything for all the neighbors around you, except for you, you're not alone.
Yeah. Well, now I guess Drew's running for city council.
So that was my rant. Yeah. Let's get back to that peaceful.
Yeah, breathing. And that hurts your property value because you look like the slums. Based on the risks. So contact the taxing authority and say you need to reduce my taxes.
Yes. So this is Vista, California, for everyone that wants to investigate.
There you go. Yeah, I would apply.
My house is the easiest one to find. Well, it's the one that doesn't have sidewalk.
Get a Claude agent to write the proper letters to complain about that and to get your taxes reduced while it's still ugly because it could take years. So there you go. Another use for AI. Well, there you go. Somebody vibe code a website, put in your address, and send all kinds of complaint letters to everybody. Oh, it's a beautiful idea.
Talk about vibe coding. What about that guy on TikTok we were talking about?
Oh, God. So there's a lunatic on TikTok. Yeah, I know there's more than one. But this dude, he takes his microphone from his attached corded headset, and he puts it up to his mouth like this. Dude, you don't have to do anything now. We can just here's what I did. I hooked it to this and hooked it to that and then made it go this and did that. And you don't need agents anymore now. You got all the dude. I did that.
I guess you're ranting too.
It's like, so really, dude? Well, you forgot a few things. Like, once you find the property, how are you going to get into it? How are you going to make a physical offer with the proper forms? Do you know about getting disclosures and inspections and how you do that? I mean, the guy, it's kind of cute, and for an investor, generic investor, tech bro dude who wants to build all this, but he's talking about getting rid of realtors and brokers because of this. Well, you know what? All he's doing is going on to realtor.com and Redfin and all that, which basically have the same information. So it's like, just set up a search on Redfin for certain properties. That's all. He's got it. What's a good deal? Well, here's the problem. There's no national database of what everybody pays for rent. You can kind of get an idea. We used to scrape Craigslist to get an idea. One of the first websites I came up with gazillion years ago with a friend of mine I played ice hockey with who works at Palantir. He's got, he's Sheldon Cooper. I mean, he's probably got like a 300 IQ. We came up with this idea where if you didn't know anything about a city you were moving to, we scraped Craigslist and we basically took the rents in different areas and then color coded it. So if the color was red, you'll know those are the lowest priced apartments. If it was green, it was the highest priced apartments. So without giving crime statistics, this was kind of telling you the good areas and the bad areas to go. It was pretty simple. It was pretty fun. It was called Rent Scoper.
Rent Scoper.
Rent Scoper. I still have the URL. I don't know what I'm doing with it. And I think I still have Home Scoper.
Is that the predecessor?
The infamous Home Scoper that we have all screwed up on Facebook. Yeah. It's another story. But, there's stuff out there that, this guy's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But he also, his TikTok not only does real estate, he's doing everything of what you can vibe code. So, maybe one thing will be good, but, beware of stuff like this because you don't really need to do this to find this stuff. I mean, there's enough out there.
And it's also the thing about vibe coding is it's very easy to get something that looks like it works. But once you
still need somebody to take you home.
To do the final functionality for it to actually work the way people expect it to, that's where it takes time.
I call it third base. In the baseball analogy, it gets you to third base. You've hit a triple. Guess what? Somebody still has to hit a single to get you in all the way to home, So you're always going to need somebody who knows what they're doing to tweak it afterwards. I'm sure 6 months from now, we'll look silly saying this because everything will be perfect. Ha ha ha. In the AI world, but now you're right. It's crazy because I don't code, so I start coming up with this stuff, and it's like then I say, "Hey, Drew, dude, I got this," and then he just laughs at me. So,
no,
yeah, there's a lot of people like us, but there's selling the sizzle. This is the AI sizzle time. Look what I coded, but be careful out there, kids, especially if you don't know anything.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Don't really have a great transition from AI other than all the new jobs that have been created for H-1B1 visas and how that's affecting the job market as far as the inability for those people to come on over here.
Yeah. North of Dallas is where there was a ton of people who moved who had H-1B visas. If you don't know what they are, it's basically a visa that allows someone from another country to come in and work for, a company that will sponsor them. And what's happening is a lot of people are getting laid off. Values in North Dallas are going down because of it. And these people need to find new jobs and new sponsors, let's put it that way, in 30 days. So you can't just, hey, I'm not working for Dell. Let's use Dell. They're in Dallas. And you have to go get a job with somebody big enough to be able to sponsor you on an H1. You can't just say, oh, I vibe coded this thing last night and let me start my own business. You can't just hang your hat on that. And that's a problem. So in Northern California, are we looking at that? Are there people getting laid off? What happens? The industry's transitioning to more AI. And I think people who have a background in tech and coding are switching their own brains to be able to work in the AI space as opposed to, I don't know, HTML or whatever they were working on. So keep an eye on that, because if there's a tremendous amount of people getting laid off who have the H-1B visa and can't go to another company, you're going to see them wanting to move. So and then your values are going down. And if you're a buyer, that's the time to jump in. If you're a seller, you're not going to get as much money. So
I see. Yeah.
It's kind of that simple thing.
So you kind of keep your eye on the news and see when like Meta has mass layoffs in the Bay Area. There's a good chance that there's a lot of people that'll be looking for another job so that they can keep their sponsor.
Right. Or 2 or 3 months from then, you'll see more houses come on the market. I mean, it's summertime, it's quiet. Not a lot of new listings coming up because it's the summer. I mean, we're seeing a drop in just generic activity, buyers, sellers, everything. So it's like summertime.
I can definitely tell from site traffic and stuff and just general searches in the market that the things are simmering or settling. It's just
price reductions.
Fun.
The price reductions have started. The agents are, I love this. Now, can somebody make sense of this? We requested disclosures and inspections on a generic property. We've told them, the agent, our client went there on an open house. 3 days after they get the disclosures and inspections, they send me an email. Are they interested? Are they writing an offer? Oh yeah, because you sent an email, they're going to write an offer now. The follow-up is just, it's crazy. It's what we deal with. We deal with the insanity, but the seller tells them, "Oh, follow up with those people because you sent them a disclosure." Well, what good is that? What good is following up? Someone answer me that question because, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Again, this goes back to the listing agents thinking the buying agent is their partner to help them sell the house. And a little bit it is, but if the buyers have no interest, like my buyer said, oh, we hated the layout. So how are you going to fix that? Except with a sledgehammer. It's just silly stuff. This is the little silly stuff we deal with. You guys I'm
surprised that a selling agent would even just assume you're not doing your job by following up with your clients. Like you have so many clients that you don't even ask them, are they interested in the house? Do you want to write an offer?
I don't ever ask anyone if they're interested. I tell them maybe there's a deadline, but they're going to tell me. They're going to come back. I have clients who come back. Oh my God, I love this house. This is great. Let's work on doing it. I said, okay, let's get prepared. Make sure you have a fully underwritten pre-approval. Let me say that again. Make sure you have a fully underwritten pre-approval. And then go through the steps, review things, review the disclosures, inspections. And we're working on getting Claude within our Slack channels to once we post it, and then you can hit @Claude and it will summarize and do all the things we do. So we'll let you know when we get that done. It's work in progress. Want to make sure it's right.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be super and make life easier. So
anyway, that's my rant. The job as the buyer's agent is to be like the Sherpa, helping people navigate that market. The project manager of the buying the house, not selling them on a particular house. The only thing you're selling them on is that they need a underwritten pre-approval. Otherwise, they aren't going to be able to get the house, any house they want.
Yeah, and I had a nice guy, a little older, and he's got a house. He wants to buy a new house, a different location, and he's just going to get a line of credit on his current house to use to buy the next house. And he just hasn't done it. And he said, oh, my wife really liked this house. Well, we can't put an offer in because you can't prove the funds. So, oh, okay. So, got to really stress, get the financials taken care of. That is number one. I tell people before they don't even look at Redfin and Zillow, go get approved. And then you can,
Oh.
it's like put your bathing suit on before you jump in the water.
Yep.
There's a summertime reference. So,
That's
yeah.
good.
Again and again, I say that. And, I get offers from people on listings where I had one where there was an email from a loan officer saying that they were okay and thinking that was good enough. It's like, God,
Maybe
there's so
back
many
in
stupid agents out there.
1955.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. No proof of funds either. Offer was, 250,000 under the market value of a house that was priced perfect. It's like, what do these people think? Well, yeah, because you sent that in. Oh, yeah, we'll sign it. That's beautiful. Can't wait.
Yeah.
This is what I deal with, people. This is why you pay me the big bucks, the flat fee big bucks, because I got to swim through these kind of people.
Yeah.
It's
Someone's
crazy
gotta
out there. And
navigate it.
these are the things you don't see as a prospective buyer or seller, and how you negotiate with these people and how you deal with these things. Because there's just a lot of craziness. But anyway, moving on. What else we got? Oh, I know what else. So there's always an issue when there's a house with solar panels, either if it's leased, or if it's purchased. You still got to deal with some kind of crap because there's what's called a UCC, Universal Commercial Code lien, that's put on a house when they put on the solar panels if it's connected to something. Like, you may have bought your solar panels, but it still has to be connected to your own backup and sold to the grid. So the grid now has a piece of this. It's a nightmare. Every deal is completely different. Every company is completely different. These current solar companies, especially Tesla, are a nightmare to get a hold of. So before you sell a house, start dealing with the solar problem, because you're going to have to deal with it anyway, because it's on the title. So the title, you can't get title insurance unless it's cleared and transferred over and perfectly done. But anyway, in Europe somewhere, I think it was Sweden, they came up with a brilliant idea. They put solar panels between the rails on the train tracks. And so they were able to power not only the trains from it, but they were able to export the power and literally power houses with it. It's like, it's fantastic idea. And the other thing is, this guy kept talking about every parking lot should be built with solar panels above it.
Yeah. And in China, they have the reservoirs have solar power over it, so it stops the evaporation. California should have it all the way up and down the canals, all through Central Cal.
I didn't even know about that. That's brilliant.
The Central Valley, imagine how much heat is there. If they could put solar panels on that whole 500-mile stretch of canals, they could power most of everything. And you wouldn't get the evaporation.
Okay. This war with Iran caused the prices to go up, get the oil price. Let's get the hell out of the oil business. Okay. But these guys are so powerful and spend so much money with clowns who will just do their bidding for them to suck every bit of oil out until there's no more left, which is, I don't know, 100 years from now or something. But it's like, dude, it makes no sense. It's over. We'll let Exxon get into the solar business. I mean, I'm sure they are, but get in bigger. Do it right. This is America. We've got gigantic resources in a gigantic country. It all makes no sense. So one of the other things I want to push, and it's in the California legislature now, is plug-in solar. So you basically take this solar panel, you put it on your balcony in an apartment, and you plug it in, and it reduces the amount of usage from the regular electric that you're using, and it powers up through solar. There's a few states that have passed it, but currently it's going through the legislature in California. And that would just be the panels will cost, I don't know, $100. You plug it in. Yeah. it's a brilliant idea, and I just want to put that out to everybody.
So you can plug it back into your internal grid.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. So you can. It's a fantastic idea, and the solar just makes so much sense. The sun ain't going nowhere, kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not at least for another billion years or something till it all explodes. But it's there. It's there every day. Even through the clouds, you're still getting rays through it. And it just makes so much sense. And I think it was Honda or Toyota. One of the Japanese brands actually put a solar panel on the top of the car so that it was able to do minimal amounts of things, but it cut down on the power.
I remember Fisker did it, but that Fisker went out of business.
Yeah, they're gone. But anyway, solar just makes sense. I'm all about common sense as an old guy. You know, it just makes sense.
I think that was a rant-filled episode in the midsummer.
Yes. One more thing, though.
Oh, I forgot.
Beware of this. Okay. You know, you have these gutters on your house, and the gutters take the water and usually put it through.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm.
And you know, it drains out, and you don't have to worry about it. Or a lot of people take the rainwater and put it in giant vats and use it to, you know, take care of plants and whatever. Well, there was a dude in Oregon who did this. And he got convicted and sentenced to jail for collecting and using rainwater on his own property. So these psychopaths in some city in Oregon, and we can put the link up to the TikTok that I found it from. What they say is all the rainwater belongs to them, so they can use it as a municipality. That's their law. But it's like they don't have air rights to your house, and in the air is the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. And they just need to build a bigger water retention thing, because I can't believe they have so much use for everybody's rainwater. It makes no sense.
And I can't believe that an average home could collect enough rainwater to make a difference to the municipality's water table.
Yeah. And Oregon, you know, like Seattle area, I mean, it's rainy up there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they're doing it in the Mojave Desert where it's
and it wasn't like this guy
degrees.
had a 1 acre pond that he was funneling all the rainwater into. He had a little 50-gallon drum underneath his.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah. So if you had a little lake on your property and the water went into that, can the municipality sue you for retaining that water? Boy, this is a rant-filled episode.
I started it off, but we never did. Well, if you guys like hearing rants, this is the episode for you.
I know. I hate stupidity and ignorance and annoying people in power that are just, you know, one piece of advice for everyone out there that I tell all my clients: never, never, never become a member of a condominium or homeowners association board of directors. It is the world's worst thing you could possibly do to yourself. You might as well bang your head against the wall 100 times instead. It'll be more pleasurable, because the people who want to do this have had no other power in their entire lives. This is the pinnacle of their ability to have power. It's insanity. It's illogical. Just don't do it. Don't do it. The opposite of Nike. Don't do it. Not just do it.
Well, that's good advice.
All right. We've annoyed everybody for enough.
I think we're good. This has been the latest rant-filled episode of We Fixed Real Estate, where Fred and Drew complain. Next week's all about positivity.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that.